Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? Come here and welcome back to another episode of our Tekkit Legends Let's Play Adventure. Last episode, we got a furnace, or not a furnace, we got a quarry running, and I've been very busily, manually moving things over here, trying to build back up the EMC that we spent, because we spent a lot of EMC getting all that running. And so I kind of went to the nether, and I did a little bit of mining, and right now I'm having to do like a bunch of manual shuffling around to make sure we get all this stuff processed and turned into EMC, which takes quite a bit of time. And in case you haven't noticed here, what I'm trying to set up is that today we're going to create an automated sorting system to do all of this for us. First though, downstairs I did build a second power socket which used a lot of EMC as well. And then I just completely disconnected it from the system and directly ran everything because geez, we were just producing so much power, and we still are. We're heating up, we're putting out, well, right now it's fluctuating a bit, but for all intents and purposes, we're putting out about 5,000 millibuckets, or 5,500 millibuckets of steam per second. Probably going to be 500, yes, not 5,000. 500 millibuckets of steam per tick, and it's just still making so much. We might need to consider storing steam like someplace else, maybe inside of some tanks, so that, because right now we're just producing so much of it that it's kind of hard to keep up with, and maybe storing some additional in tanks might be a good idea, or building some more like bigger storage options here. Right now we're using a bat box, but we could definitely step that up a notch. I did some remodeling and I forgot to seal up this hole in the wall. No worries, we'll fill that up later. Right now though, like I said, it's time to do a bit of automation. Oh, I should also point out that I finally did clean all of this up back here. As you can see, we got a nice little tunnel down here, and if we run outside, we could probably take a look at the quarry, see how it's going. Got a door here on the end with a little lovely path. Didn't take too long, and I had a wonderful podcast to listen to pass the time. But we're slowly getting rid of this little mountain, and then we can start digging down and getting the real good stuff, getting some like big old ore caches of stuff, whatever we happen to find. Quarry's still pumping away just fine. I think the one thing we could do is we could upgrade these pipes here to allow more energy to flow through, because there are some restrictions on the wooden pipe and the stone pipe here. So we could definitely increase those and get more energy if we wanted to. So that might be something we consider doing later. This episode though, today, all we're focusing on is, wow, look at that view. That's quite a beautiful world we live in, isn't it? Not Earth. No, this Minecraft world. This Minecraft world is so beautiful. Today we're going to work on automation, and I have decided, it took a bit of thinking, and ultimately I came to the conclusion that we're going to use the modular sockets from Engineer's Toolbox for automation versus our industrial craft stuff, which I am using, as you can tell. I am using them right now, and later on, when we get to Quarry 2.0, and yes, there is a Quarry 2.0, we're going to be using the industrial craft machines for automation, but as of right now, they haven't been updated yet to fix some of the bugs, and we can get most of this stuff using EMC, so that'll make it a little bit easier. I should go ahead and point out right now, it is not Industrial Craft's fault that it does not have EMC values. That's just part of the mod pack. When you create a mod pack, you determine what has EMC value, and the guys over at Tekkit just decided, hey, Engineer's Toolbox, they're getting EMC values. Macerators, electric furnaces, not so much. So we need to build a few things first off. I think a sorting pipe, and then we need some sort of distribution pipe, something that allow us to distribute things evenly. We have a distribution transport pipe. I'm not sure if that actually does what I want it to do. In my mind, though, it'll evenly distribute things. I guess we'll find out, though, as we progress here. I'm thinking what we need is at least 3 furnaces, and we've already got 1, so we need to build 2 more. And we need 3 grinders, and again, we've already got 1, so we only need 2 more. And we're probably going to have to raise this up a little bit because I want to kind of tuck it all the way back here. But let's start at the top. I suppose what we're going to need is a diamond transport pipe. Now let's go ahead and take a look at pipes and see what I've already built. And see if by chance we have a diamond one. We certainly don't. Alright, well we should have just enough EMC getting by the skin of our neck here, a term that I've never understood, but you know what? It's a thing. People use it. So am I. I want to be hip and happening. I want to use the modern lingo of the people. There we go. And thankfully, we're only going to need 1 of these, so we can toss the rest of them back in here. Next up, we're going to need that distribution pipe. And if we take a look at pipes, we can find that recipe once more, because you better believe I already forgot it. And in fact, I don't even see it here. And is that diamond pipe distribution? Let's speed this process up. Excellent, there it is. It's going to be iron, redstone, and glass. So we need iron, 2 of them. All the animals are making so much noise today. Some redstone, we'll grab some glass. And then after this, we'll just need some basic pipes, which I think we probably have plenty of. It's glass, iron. That'll, of course, give us an iron pipe, which we're also going to need. So should we go ahead and grab some of those? Well, we'll get our distribution pipe. And then we'll check in here. We might have already built iron pipes. We have not. So I'll have to build some more of those. Not a problem once more. Does it have any... Oh, cool. It has an EMC value. Sweet. Look at this. Pipe mania today. Lots of pipes being built. This does have an EMC value as well. And we're going to worry about the other pipes later on. But the first thing we're going to have... Let's see. If we do... We'll have outputs down here. And then machine... Okay, yeah, we're going to need to raise this up some. So let's clear out some space. And don't worry about making it look good. I will do all of that after we're done with the episode. I don't want to make you guys sit through Cubs, like remodeling episode 12. So 1 machine, 2 machine, 3 machine. We should go up once more. Do we have scaffolding in this pack? Oh my goodness, we sure do, because we have Industrial Craft Classic. Okay, that's fantastic. So I didn't show you guys this before, but this is going to be real handy. So I guess we'll just go with basic wooden scaffolding. It's just going to be sticks and planks. We'll get them out of here. Some sticks. Some planks. Does this have an EMC value? Unfortunately, it does not. Well, that's tragic. Not necessary, though. Get the recipe. Create 16 of them. Should be enough. Check this out. So we just plop one down, and then we just keep left-clicking it, and they build up, and you can go all the way up with them, and then when you take out the bottom one, they all come tumbling down. So for little build projects like these, this is fantastic. Now, you'll remember, when I built all of this house, it was before Industrial Craft Classic was installed. So I didn't have access to these, even though I really, really wish that I had, because it definitely makes building a whole heck of a lot easier. So we'll dig all of this out to right about here, and that should be plenty for what we're going to do. Oh, did I mention you can use the side of them like a ladder? Yeah. That's pretty useful too. Very, very nifty. So if you're doing any building, highly recommend the scaffold. Next up, we're going to have to place, we're going to need to move our teleporting pipe. We're not going to move that just now because the quarry is still running. We want to go shut that down before we try to move all this over. But we'll put that up top, and then we're going to add to it our diamond transport pipe, which will allow us to, let's just get up here, straight up. And we pause. Nope, can't seem to pause. We have to actually be looking at it too. Don't remember that being a thing. It's okay. We can build off to the side here. And then we'll get on top of that. So boom. And then we'll have our diamond transport pipe. Okay. And then we'll have, coming off to this side, we'll need some basic transport pipes. We'll go grab some of those. Do we have stone pipes? Just plain stone pipe? No, we don't. Okay, we're going to build stone pipes. Reason being that they allow items to travel through them a wee little bit faster than cobblestone transport pipes. It's not a lot, but it is definitely noticeable. So we'll grab a few of those. A couple of stacks won't hurt. It's a bit overkill, but then again, they'll probably be useful later on. I wasn't noticing. Did they have an EMC? Oh, they do. Cool. So those will come off this direction, and as you see, we'll get a little bit of green there. If we right-click... Oh, I do that a lot, don't I? If we right-click on our filters here, you can see you can put items. It'll filter out what items will go through what color. In this case, we got green, and we want ores to go through the green pipe. So we'll hop back down here. One over here. What are we getting out of here? Mostly copper, so we might have to do a bit of work on that to get it to work the way we want it to. We'll go ahead and teach it for now. Copper, we want copper going through green. And you see it doesn't actually use up the item. It just makes a print of it in your transport pipe. And now it knows when it receives copper, send it off this direction. And then from there, we're going to send it to, I suppose, a line of machines. Oh, we'll send it to the distribution pipe. In fact, can we go right off of this into the distribution pipe? Okay, cool. Maybe we should put the distribution pipe underneath this one? Is that going to work? If we go from there, we have, okay, machines. That's where the machines need to be. This is a little bit, I'm trying to work all this out in my head. Maybe we should start with machines instead of pipes. That actually makes more sense. So we already got our first little batch of machines here. I'm going to go ahead and pick them up since we're not using them for anything. Oh, yeah, we got a few more ores processed. How about up here? Okay, great. We'll throw all of those in here, as well as that glowstone. Look at that, 100, or, yeah, 100,000 EMC. We're set to go for now. Go ahead and remove these chests as well since we won't be using them. I'm sorry if I sound all mixed up and confused today. It's because I am. So we'll need some modular sockets. We're going to need at least 6 of those. We're going to do 2 machines, so we will do... we probably need to put a buffer between them. I got to think about it, and 6 machines might be a bit much. 4 would probably work better. So we'll have 2 grinders up top and 2 furnaces. I haven't tested this yet, but I have a theory that we can probably put hoppers underneath these. So we'll grab a couple of hoppers. We'll throw these back since we've decided to cut back a little bit. We will get our machine outputs. We'll put the machine outputs on the bottom. There we go. We're going to go ahead and we'll have to have our remote for this next part. We want to program it to take from inventory 2. Okay, great. And then we're going to need some inputs as well, which I have right here in my inventory, don't I? Yeah. Well, we have item extractors, which makes me think, do we really need item extractors if we're going to use hoppers, or will the hoppers automatically feed into... I'm going to go with doesn't matter, because we've already got these anyway. So we'll put them up there, we'll pull out the remote, and we will set them each to inventory 1. That work? Climb up here a bit. Can't actually... Scaffolds are having issues today. There we go. Okay, yes, both of those. Okay, we'll add our hoppers. And now we will outfit the machines. So on the fronts, I guess we'll put what they are. So these bottom 2 ones, the top 2 will be grinders, and the bottom 2 will be furnaces. So we'll put a furnace and a grinder. Now, one thing I just noticed is the modular socket for the furnace has an EMC value. So if we hop over here, we'll go ahead and teach it, and then get another one. The grinder does not have an EMC value, and my best guess on why is because it uses emery, which also does not have an EMC value. So we'll set both of these to inventory 1. Good to go. So we're going to have to build another grinder module, which isn't too difficult. I think it's a diamond, yep, some emery, a blank module, and the power management device. So we have plenty of emery. We can get our module, our diamond, and our power management devices, 4 of them. There we go. It should just build one right off the bat there. Cool. We'll throw it up here. So there's that system set up. We're gonna need some more item extractors, and we should have them down here. Item output, is it machine outputs we need? Yeah, that's what we need, a machine output. So we'll grab 2 of them, and we'll place them on the bottoms. Oh, right, I have a basement. No worries, we'll just hop down there. Get our scaffolding back out. Nope, scaffolding, stop. Stop, stop, easy scaffolding. Machine outputs, and once again, set them to 2. We have some kinesis pipes down there, which is not what we're gonna need, so we'll go ahead and break them. Go upstairs and collect them. I think we're done with this monolith for now, we'll break it down. So we're getting there, we're definitely getting there. We've got items going to the grinders, down to the hoppers, down to the modular sockets, and then out the bottom if we have some transport pipes. And because these, I think if you can set these guys to automatically push items out, I don't think that we will need, I don't actually know, but I don't think that we're gonna have to, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll hop back up here, and we're going to grab this guy, our energy condenser, and we're going to put our energy condenser right between. So when these things are done, they've ground up all the ores into dust and pumped the dust down here and turned them into blocks that automatically get pumped into here and converted to EMC, which we can then take over here, whatever item it's creating, and throw in our transmutation table to use later. So we've mostly got our automated system set up here. Not quite done yet. These machines are, of course, going to need power, so we'll break out the back here. There's going to be a machine there, and then we need to build up a little bit. Or dig up, I should say. Yep, and that's where the other power is going to go. We have 2 energy input modules, but we're going to need 2 more, so 4 total for all the different machines. We've got some additional stone kinesis pipes here, so I think we're set to go to get all these ran together. So we'll just come back around here, and we will plug them in. Excellent. And we will run in our power. And we will run out of stone kinesis pipes. There we go, that's hooked up, and we'll hook this up, make sure that our little rolling machine back there has plenty of energy. Alright, that looks like it's good. It looks like all the machines, except for that one, are now getting juice, set to go there. Forgot to set these guys. There we go, good. Now it's just time to deal with the inputs, so we'll need some more item extractors or item inputs. Again, I don't think we have to use extractors, because they're usually used if you're pulling items out of, let's say, a chest or something, and we're going to be pumping items into them. But I also don't care, because we've already built them. We're also going to go ahead and use hoppers, too. because I like hoppers. So we'll build that up. We'll climb on top. We'll add our item extractors. We want these again to interact with... Ah! Jeez. Scaffolding saved my life. Sort of. We're going to want these guys to interact with the first inventories. Add our hoppers. We've got our distribution pipe somewhere around in here. There it is. We'll throw it right here. And I think, once again, what it does is it evenly distributes things. And remember how I said earlier I think we needed iron transport pipes? I don't think we do now. Whoa. Okay, so it's got an interface. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at that. So this will distribute everything evenly unless we tell it to, let's say, favor yellow. We don't want to favor yellow, though. We definitely want to distribute things evenly between both machines, which I think it would do normally by itself anyway, but whatever. Now we'll take our diamond transport pipe. We'll plop it down right there. And it looks like black. So out of the black one, we want to put in our ores. So there's one ore. Let's see if the quarry has perhaps dug up some other ores that we can use as reference. Yeah, we got a bit of tin here. And we don't have any iron yet, but we'll worry about that later. Tin, there we go. And let's go ahead and test these to make sure they'll work. So we'll put some copper in there, we'll put some tin in here. And if all goes as hoped, eventually at the bottom here, we're going to see some items coming out. So yep, there we go. So it made it all the way to the furnaces. And if I got this set up right on the first try, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. And it's going to get pumped out into here where it'll get turned into whatever item we want. You want some sticks? Look at that. Lots of sticks. We don't really want sticks though. We don't, that's a bit of a waste. You know what we could make though? Diamonds. Oh yeah. We'll turn it all into diamonds. We could turn it all into charcoal. Actually, that's a currency we need, isn't it? That's something that... We'll go with that. Charcoal blocks. Now, you guys might remember last time I said I didn't want... There we go. To just create charcoal blocks out of thin air, which is what a lot of people were suggesting by building a power flower. Well, now we're not. Instead, we're using items we're quarrying up, which requires electricity. It requires all of this nonsense. We're using those items instead to create charcoal blocks. Very slowly, because, you know, quarries are a bit slow. If we head downstairs here, that's not bad. We can even automate the pumping of the charcoal blocks out of there into here. Although looks like we've got plenty of charcoal to keep us going. We don't really have that much of demand. This is heating up. Steam is just, it's a non-issue. I don't even have these hooked up because they're completely full. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So next up, we're going to have to store all of the items that this thing does not automatically grind up for us. So I think we're going to pump them backwards out of that diamond transport pipe. So let's actually we'll do it from this side. We'll climb up top. We will poke a hole through the back. And eventually we're going to drop out to here. We're going to climb back up here and we're going to run some just basic, again, transport pipes. It's got red there, which is exactly what we want. We want any item, anything at all. If it's not filtered, it's going to go through a different pipe. So if it's not filtered to go through black, it'll go through whatever other pipe it can. And in this case, that's exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to go out and eventually end up here at our alchemical chest for storage. Speaking of which, no new ores. Ooh, coal. There we go. Now, of course, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, Cub, why don't you use pneumatic tubes and all the cool stuff you get from Blue Power? And that would be cool, and we'll definitely get into that. But for now, I think I just like the basics of using pipes. We'll get into the more advanced sorting stuff later on. But now the time has come to switch the quarry over. Now, we could very quickly just grab this, run up there, and throw it in, which would work. It would spew some items out on the ground by the quarry, but otherwise I'd have to run all the way to the quarry, turn it off, and then run all the way to the back. We probably need to create like a remote switch for the quarry. We're not going to do it right now, though. We're just going to grab this as quick as we can, run over here, quick as we can. Got it. Okay, where's our item? Teleport pipe, throw it down right here, hook it up. We want you to receive only at frequency 1, and we should be good to go. Yeah, here come the items. Good. So someone, and that's someone probably going to be me, has to run up there and pick that stuff off the ground now, in case we lost anything important. But it looks like it's working. I've got a lot of work to do between this episode and the next one, tidying things up. And this is just a very basic system. This is an incredibly basic system. Later on, I would like to create another pipe, and in fact, I might do that. You just make another diamond transport pipe. Figure out what items are being pumped into here that have an EMC value, and then have them route back and plug into the back of the energy condenser here and get dumped in here as well. Look at that, got some more blocks of charcoal. We can just take them right over here if we want to. Or we could take those, of course, if we get one, and we can just take them over here and throw them into the transmutation table. That works as well. Let's clean some of this nonsense up. We don't need all of it. Oh, here we go. Looks like we're about to have some items. Oh, here we go. Yeah! Distribute... No. Wait. No, hold on. Did it go, like, into the distribution pipe, hit the blue, and then bounce back out? Is that what happened? Because I've now got blue set to 0. And I guess we'll see what happens when it picks up another piece of copper, see if that works. Oh! Excellent. Well, that wasn't too long a wait, and it worked that time. So I'm guessing what happened, and again, I'm not entirely sure, but I think what happened was I had both of these, and I'm not sure which blue... I guess that's the lighter blue, but I had the lighter blue set to 1. So it went into the pipe, and the pipe immediately evenly distributed it to the first pipe, which would have been the blue one, the first one in the line. And I've set it to 0 now, so it will not send anything out that direction, but as you can see, it clearly accepted that little pipe, or that little piece of ore. Outputting it down to here, and there we go. I think we're pretty much set to roll. The only adjustments I think I'll make, and I might do these off camera because I'm not sure if you guys want to watch me tinker around with this thing, is I think I might, back here behind where that pipe leads out, I will filter through here, I will find what items, in this case cobblestone looks like dirt and coal, have an EMC value, and I will pump them using a sorting pipe back into the energy condenser. So they'll go in there as well. But I'm not sure if that's something anyone really wants to watch, or if it's something someone will find entertaining. Also, while y'all are gone, I'm going to do some patchwork, get all of the floors and everything fixed so we don't have a big old mess when y'all come back here. And when we eventually do another download world, which I'm thinking episode 15 would be a good time to do that, when we get around to doing that again, it'll be all nice looking for you guys if you choose to download it. But let's see if this this copper goes. Hey, look at that. It distributed it to the other side that time. Perfect. It's working exactly as intended. Well, thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just how I'm going to do some basic automation. There's actually a way to get a little bit more out of the ore if you're into that. And in fact, I'm totally into it. We're going to be doing it with industrial craft and hint, the nether. But we'll get to all of that later on in the series. I think next episode when we come back, we're just going to take a look at a few basic items that I think will make y'all's lives a little bit easier. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye. I think what I'll do is I'll put it just in this episode, like as we talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so just like we'll cut randomly, just like real randomly to just like clips of us doing. I mean, I know
like footage from last night.
Just assorted footage of like that time we went and ate.
Oh yeah. What?
You remember where we ate lunch?
I mean, we ate a lot.